Hello. How are you guys? Let me back this up. How are you guys doing today? I'm cooking. You can hear the water on the stove. I'm getting ready to make some angel hair pasta for dinner. I have been running around for like the last 2 hours. I'll tell you about it in just a second. Hold on, let me put my pasta in. Don't ever say Peter Monn doesn't ever cook, which I always say. This is about as deep as it gets, angel hair pasta. My husband is upstairs watching a movie. I'm gonna make a bunch of this so I have extra just in the fridge. And he is getting ready to get ready and go out for his friend's birthday party. We have literally been laying around here doing nothing all day. I just brought him Oreos, double stuffed Oreos, and Sour Patch Kids. And here's my, what do you call it, colander? And then I also got, I did this, okay, so this is like what I did for the, why is it focusing so weird? Look how bad I look. I just changed into my comfy clothes, which is this shirt and sweat shorts. I had on, you guys are like, we don't care. I had a hat on all day long, that's why my hair looks bad. And I got up late and we've just been laying around. It's been kind of a really nice day. And I am halfway through the 9th episode of Making a Murderer, so I'm gonna sit down and eat and finish it, and then I'm gonna do a review on my channel. But I did this on the Trisha Paytas last mukbang video that I ever did, and when she said she wasn't gonna do them anymore, I made this because this is what she made. So, angel hair pasta. I don't know what kind of pasta she made, but, and then, I can't believe it's not butter, and then Newman's Own, and I got roasted garlic. Let me get my wooden spoon out. Burnt, see, because my mom burnt it, because she burned everything. And then I'm going to make some of this corn and butter sauce, lightly sauced. These are delicious. Let me just tell you, I'm so over Walmart right now. I had to go to Walmart and Kroger. I went to Walmart because, well, I'll tell you why, because I wanted to get, I got another one, but I wanted to get this pumpkin spice apple cider, which is so delicious. Let me get a little glass out. Little mug, little glass. Yeah, I know the shirt's not flattering. You guys save and recycle all your plastic bags too. So I went there because I wanted to get some more of this. And they literally were down to like 2 bottles of it. So I had to like take one of the last ones and I got another one. And I wanted pumpkin cake donuts. And I ended up getting these apple fritter ones that feel like they're 2 days old. I don't even want them now. And they didn't have like anything that I wanted. They didn't even have these at Walmart. I was like, what is going on here? So I got Alex's Oreos there and his Sour Patch Kids, and then I went to Kroger and I got a bunch of other stuff. And I got these Krispy Kreme glazed pumpkin spice donuts. Crullers. I don't love crullers, and I don't love Krispy Kremes are not my favorite donuts, but whatever. And he's going to the birthday party tonight, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Did you guys ever do that thing back in the day where you go? I can't do it, or you go. We run about. But I'm gonna probably do a live stream later. He asked me if I wanted to go out. I'm like, they're going on a party bus. I was like, no, I'm good to not go on a party bus tonight. So I may do that. Tanya's going to hang out with another one of her friends tonight, so I may check in with her later. I don't know. I don't really have any idea what I'm gonna do tonight. So, you know, I was saying on my video the other day that I kept on saying, like, Making a Murderer reminds me of Making a Murderer. That's not what I meant, obviously. Making a Murderer really reminds me of How to Get Away with Murder, like, a lot. And I think it's Kathleen Zellner's, this pasta's almost done already. Kathleen Zellner's legal team reminds me a lot of, like, the legal team on that show, which I don't watch anymore, but I used to. Have you ever used this Newman's Own? I will say this, the prices for stuff, so good. The prices for stuff at Walmart are a lot cheaper than other places. So then, because I'm a cook extraordinaire, what I do is I take the sauce and I put it in a bowl like this. If I had some oregano, which I don't because I threw out all of our old spices because they were so old, I would put a little oregano in there. And then you take a napkin, Cooking with Peter, and I fold it over like this so it fits over the whole thing. And then I put it in the microwave for like 40 seconds. Done. And my neighbor is having a party tonight. I can hear her over there getting ready for it. My pasta is almost ready, so I need to, I can't remember how to do it. Place unopened bag standing up on microwavable dinner plate. Is he coming downstairs? Because all he has on is a robe and underwear, so I don't want to catch him on my vlog. Hi. 5.5 minutes. Why if... Our microwave is so old, seriously. Alright, he's coming downstairs, I think, so. Are you coming down? Oh, he said in a second. So, let me get off here, because I don't want to catch him in his big terry cloth robe and underwear. And I will talk to... Oh, I wanted... Damn it. I got some cards in the mail today from Surreal. She sent a card, 2 cards to me, a card to Alex, and a card to Tanya Jean. So thank you so much. That's awesome. I gave Alex's card. I opened my cards, and I have my card, Tanya's card saved for her. I loved that. And I got some other stuff. So I'll show it either tomorrow or later tonight in my vlog. So... You guys are so excited. Well, I guess I could finish cooking in here. Show you what I do. Oh, well, I have to wait for my pasta sauce. So here's my angel hair pasta. Now, I know a lot of people rinse off their pasta. I do not. I don't care for that. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. Because I like my pasta like really hot. I need to go get more paper towels out of there. So there's my beautiful pasta. Steaming, hot. There's my mugs that I got from Starbucks that I love so much. Okay. I kind of really do love this. I can't believe it's not butter stuff, though I didn't use it for a long time. And I actually started using it because I saw it in Trisha's video. I made so much pasta. We'll have a lot extra left over. And then I just scoop a bunch of butter into it. That's about it. And I don't put any salt on it. I'm not a big salt person. My husband adds salt to everything, but I don't. I'm trying to listen to see if he's coming downstairs. I can't tell. Alright, I'm gonna get off here and finish my dinner, and I will be back later. Bye. Okay. He actually wasn't in his robe and underwear. He came down here to go to the store really quick. I know I need to get a card or something for this party. So anyway, he just left, and then he's gonna come back, and then he's gonna... Where's my phone? What time is it? It's 6:43. And he is gotta be there at like 8 or something. I don't know, and then we're gonna go to brunch tomorrow. I got 2 things. Are you ready? I got this under eyes. I got this from Walmart. Under eye rose gold gel mask. You see how she's doing it? She's like this. That's gonna be me tonight, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. 4 pieces, 2-time use, so that's a pretty good deal. And then I got, because like I said, like these face masks across here, like they're really hard to like put on my face, you know, because of my beard, they don't stay on. So I got this Maskology Pucker Up Lip Plumping Kit, 1 exfoliating scrub. Oh, pee-pee. What are you doing, bud? quick. Hold on. Hi, Pee-Pee. Are we gonna have fun tonight? What are we gonna do? He said, Dad, well, we might take a nap for an hour. You want a nap? You want to take a nap? We just went outside, didn't we? He loves going outside. They ran around outside. So here is your lightly sauced corn, just hot. And now I'm putting my sauce in for, let's do 45 seconds. I am such a cook extraordinaire, aren't I? And so anyway, I need my readers. Pucker Up Lip Plumping Kit, Exfoliating Scrub, Lip Scrub. Why can't I read it? Like, I really need my hold on a second. Scream 2 is on TV, by the way. Okay, when you get older, let me just tell you, if you think these things don't make a difference, they are like night and day, honest to God. Okay. Exfoliating scrub, this is like the first step. Lip scrub exfoliates for softer lips. Part 2, lip mask. Collagen lip mask provides intense hydration and lift. 3, lip plumper, plumping gloss, seals in all the hydration while adding extra plump to your pout. I love it. So, okay, I don't need to put those on anymore. But the thing is that when you wear contacts, I don't know if it's maybe just with regular eyes too, it like hurts your eyes. And then I also, right here, can you hear that? I also have something that I bought at Walmart because I'm gonna do, like, I know that on my channel that it's a lot of women that watch my videos. So, I am doing a review of some men's grooming items that are rather inexpensive that you guys can buy for your husbands, fathers, men, uncle, whoever in your life. And if you're men watching these videos, and you might want to know if these things work too. So they're like grooming things, like, well, you'll have to wait and see on the review video. And I bought a bunch of stuff for one of my review videos, which I'm either going to do tomorrow or Monday. Although I think Monday, you want to clean up as you go. I think on Monday, my review will be Making a Murderer. And we used to have these things in here. I guess we took them out. But I'm gonna, did you guys have like, we have the oldest ones. I mean, I literally have ones from my mother in here. I think I showed them one time. Oh, Alex has organized this so nicely in here. Okay. So, I'm gonna, here's my buttered pasta. And now I'm just going to put this on here. Now, I don't love tons of sauce on my pasta. Oh, I made a lot. The thing is that when you put it in the refrigerator, it kind of, at some point, like you want more sauce if you're gonna like save a bunch of it. And I made a bunch so that I can just eat, you know, out of it for the next couple days. And if you've watched my Cooking with Peter videos before, what you'll realize is Peter always cooks the same thing. Sometimes I deviate and I make a box of macaroni and cheese, but I don't know what channel this is, but Scream 2 is on, and then I think Scream 3 is on after this. I think they're doing all the Scream movies. But I'm getting ready to watch Making a Murderer because I want to finish it. And there is my pasta. So that's so good. So, you know, sometimes when I vlog in the kitchen, other than it's like, I always notice that I look the worst in my vlogs in the kitchen. I mean, because I get like these, first of all, I wear these baggy ass shirts that are like, you know, 2XL. And then, I need to get from up here. And then I walk around and show everything, which, whatever, who cares, right? But now you're gonna open your corn like this, but not holding it up. Hello. Oh my God, this corn smells so good. This is what it looks like when it comes out. Now, in Trisha's video, if you watched it, She added more butter, but I don't think you need any more butter. It's like, it says lightly sauced. It's like sauced a lot. Like I don't know what the sauce is that it has on it. Lightly sauced, no artificial flavors or preservatives. 90 calories, 3 servings for, so it's, what is that? 270 calories. I think I said 180 one time. 200, because I got my glasses on, I can't do math. So it's 270 calories for the whole thing. 2 grams of fat. I know it's gonna have tons of sodium. 210 grams of sodium, 16 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein. It looks so hot. Woo! That's hot. But so good. And such a great late night snack. I like to eat it. I get boxes of these usually, like 3 or 4. And I keep them in the freezer. I haven't had any in there in a while. And then I heat them up. We keep all of our plastic bags underneath our sink. And then we reuse them or we recycle them because we do the recycling thing once a month. Okay. I need a plate for my pasta. But when I'm sitting here in the kitchen and I'm talking to you guys, like I feel often, like back in the day with my mom, like when she would cook or do dishes and I would come over here and I would just sit in that chair over there. That chair right there. And I would sit and talk to her and drink coffee while she was cleaning dishes or whatever. My mom and I actually used to like to do dishes together. Did you guys ever like to do that? Like one would wash and one would dry. My mom, even though she always had a washing machine the whole time that I was alive, she, look at all that pasta that's left. Do you see all that? She really liked to hand wash dishes. There's my pasta. So, a little deliciousness going on all there for you. Let's put everything away. Right, Pee-Pee? Right, Boo? Right, Tucker? Okay. When you're done, you want to put on a little Pat McGrath chapstick. Look, Mom. Somebody's honking and scream. All right. And I'm going to get off here. And I will be back in a little while. I'm going to go enjoy my dinner and watch Making a Murderer. Bye. Hello. I am on my way to go get Tanya. It is 11:23 p.m. I took a nap and I watched a bunch of Making a Murderer. I have like exactly a half an hour left of the show. My review for that will be up Monday. I think I'm going to make that my Movie Monday review on my review channel. So if you want to check that out, you can go see that. And I still have my coffee left from earlier. My dinner was so delicious tonight, let me just tell you. Alex even, he kept on like, I was like watching the show and I could see him like in the, what do you call it? The sliding glass doors, like the image, you know, the reflection. And he kept on going over to the stove and like eating it off the stove. And I was like, you like that, don't you? And he was like, yeah, this is really good. He's like, you should cook this more often for us. I was like, okay. I go, I made enough of it. You can make yourself a plate if you want. He was like, no, that's okay. And he left. And I think was I filming when he left? Or was he getting ready to leave? I don't know. But anyway, let me tell you what is so delicious, okay? After I said I don't really love them, those Krispy Kreme donuts, those pumpkin spice crullers, get some apple cider, okay? Cold apple, you have to have cold apple cider for this. Take those crullers, like 3 of them, put them on a plate and microwave them for 20 seconds, and then let them sit a little bit, because if you eat them right after they get out of the microwave, they're super soft. Oh my God, they were so delicious. I was like, these are so good. These are the best things in the whole world. So yeah, I had 3 of those donuts, and then I also had an apple fritter. The apple fritters are not good. The apple fritters from Walmart, they are not good. And what was so funny was when I went to Kroger tonight, they had like 4 apple fritters in a box, and they looked absolutely delicious compared to these apple fritters that My mom used to always get the day-old bread and the day-old bakeries. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I don't really see them anymore. Maybe it's more of a small town thing now, but back in the day, everywhere, they used to have these bakeries, and they would have, like, day-old stuff. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And I think grocery stores did it, too. So, like, if bakeries made cookies one day, like, they wouldn't put them back out, obviously, right? So, or donuts. So you could go in there and you could get, like, day-old donuts, and they would be, like, 90% off. And my mom used to always buy that stuff, and she'd say, it doesn't taste any different. It's at our house for 3 days. So, but that's what the Walmart stuff tastes like to me. Just tastes stale. But I feel like I've had their pumpkin cake donuts before, and they're really good, or just like their cake. They have like a cake donut that's glazed. I feel like I'm remembering this from somewhere. I don't know, but anyway. I'm wanting to see if Tanya wants to run to Meijer with me, because I did a little research on the James Patterson books, and I think I'm gonna buy 1 or 2. I was just gonna go to half price books today, which is what I should do, because they'll probably get them there for $1. But I'm gonna start reading the Michael Bennett series. I've never even read anything out of this series before of his, and it's called Step on a Crack. I used to read the Alex Cross series. That's the first one, the first Michael Bennett book. I used to read the Alex Cross series, but I don't even remember which one is the last book that I read. And then I read a lot of his standalones too. I can't believe that I have this sudden fascination with James Patterson. I'll probably start reading it and be like, yeah, I can't get into him, because all this time I've been like, yeah, his books are cheesy. But I just want to read something that, like, helps me escape a little bit, you know? Cherie, I have your card right here for Tanya Jean. It says on here, Tanya Jean in care of Peter Monn. I hope it's Cherie. Is it Cherie or Sherry? It looks like Cherie, but I think that when you were in my live stream, we were talking, you may have said Sherry. I think it's Cherie, though. It smelled like the woman in The Runaways that I used to be obsessed with. Did you guys ever see the movie The Runaways, about the Runaways? The movie wasn't that great, but there's a fantastic documentary out there. I can't remember what it's called. Cherry Bomb. I used to love that song back in the day. So we're gonna go get a fountain, cook, and drive around. Alex is having fun at his little birthday party thing. And then I am going to finish vlogging. And then when I get finished vlogging, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna start uploading the vlog so it's ready for tomorrow early. And we'll have to render it and then upload it. And then I'm going to, creaky Halloween door. And then I'm going to, start watching, I think, The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix, and I think that's going to be the next series. I think I'm going to do like a Netflix series review, and I think that's going to be the next series that I review on there. Yeah. I was noticing that some of these guys that I watch now, like Chris Stuckman, and who's the other guy that I really like? There's like 2 or 3, they do movie reviews. They're really good, too. I mean, it's no surprise to me that they're like up in the millions of subscribers and they get a lot of views. Like their reviews are short, but they're not super short. Like some of them are like 12 or 15 minutes long. It was funny because I was watching, I think it was Chris Stuckman actually. He did a review of the movie Halloween, and somebody said, and it was like, I think 12, 14 minutes, something like that. And somebody said in there, you know, when Chris's reviews are over 10 minutes, that he didn't like the movie. But like most of their videos are pretty short. They're anywhere from like 6 to 10, 6 to 12 minutes long. And, they're real enjoyable, but they've been doing like a lot of, or at least he has, I think, reviews of older movies too. Like The Exorcist, and what was the one that he just posted? I was kind of surprised that he posted it. I can see, I feel like it was the new Dracula movie. Yeah, it's like that Why can't I think of the guy's name? I'm gonna pull in here to the gas station. Marathon. That was my mom's favorite gas station. I don't know how I knew that. She'd always say, I'm going up to the Marathon station. She'd always say the Marathon. Bram Stoker, is that his name? Dracula? Okay, Chris Stuckman, I think is his name. It's like with 2 M's or something. Hold on a second. It should pull right up, because here it is. 2 M's, yeah. Chris Stuckman. Yeah, he just did The Exorcist a day ago. Let's see how long his videos are. They're good. Oh, The Exorcist was 34 minutes. He did it with somebody else. He's been doing a couple. Manos, The Hands of Fate. I don't know what that is. The Evil Dead he did. That has 16 minutes. Halloween was 25 minutes. I guess his videos are a little bit longer. Oh, he did 2 spoiler review. He did a spoiler review and he did, oh, I could do that too. Trick or Treat. I loved that movie. Goosebumps 2. He did, that one was 6 minutes and 58 seconds. Star is Born, 4 minutes and 47 seconds. First Man, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Venom, 7 minutes and 4 seconds. So, like, the ones that he does together with somebody else. He did The Nun. That one got a shit ton of views. 765,000 views. Slender Man. That one he did with somebody else was a little bit longer. The Meg, his review was 4 minutes and 4 seconds. I should watch that and see what he said. So if you're looking for a movie review channel, other than mine, because of course mine's fantastic, his name is Chris Stuckman, C-H-R-I-S, Stuckman, S-T-U-K-M-A-N-N. I'm looking right at it, I don't know, I can't figure it out. And his videos are really good, and they're real interesting. I wonder where he's from. Let's see in his About section. He doesn't... he's been around for 7 years. I know I looked that up. He has 1.3 million subscribers and 373 million views on his channel. Oh, he has a film book out and an anime book out. He's certified on Rotten Tomatoes. How does that even happen? Well, anyway. I would love to be certified on Rotten Tomatoes. Just to say I was. Oh my gosh. That's such an honor, isn't it? I texted Tanya before I left and I said, I'll be there in 10 minutes, and she didn't text me back. Oh my god, do you know what I got at Kroger tonight? I only had like 1 bite of it. Literally 1 bite of it, and then I put it in the refrigerator and I saved it for tomorrow. Is just as like kind of a snack. Red skin potato salad. Don't you love, who gets potato salad just as kind of a snack? Me. I live. Anyway, anyway, I wanted it because they had it at Meijer, and I loved their red skin potato salad. But it was always like had this frozen stuff on the top of it, like I'd been sitting in the deep freezer and they brought it out. You know what I mean? Like it kind of was unfreezing. So Kroger's is, I'm sure, similar, but I bought it anyway and it was delicious. But it wasn't as good as the Meijer brand, which was interesting to me. Like the Meijer brand's a little bit better. But I think now, like, I would have to say I prefer, here's another review. I prefer red skin potato salad over, I mean, I can't eat like the loaded baked potato salad because it has bacon in it. I never really liked it anyway. I thought it was really rich, but I like it better than just American potato salad. And I don't know what Amish potato salad is. Does it have eggs and stuff in it? I don't like eggs in my stuff. I don't like that. My mother used to like egg salad, and it would make me sick to my stomach to even look at. Which is so weird, because the last time that I was a vegetarian, I would go to, and it was something, I cannot explain it. I do not know what it is about. It was something about the consistency, A, and B, I think it's because it didn't get cooked in my house, so I didn't have to smell it. But I would get egg salad sandwiches from Whole Foods, and they were real compact, like they were real tight, you know? And the egg salad was a little tighter. Other than that, I don't think I've ever been able to eat an egg salad sandwich. And just to see the egg salad like sitting in a bowl, like ready to be put on bread, just makes me sick. And my mom would cook it all the time back in the day, and I just would like that smell in the kitchen would just make me sick. So I don't miss the egg salad. But I also got to the point with the Whole Foods thing that I couldn't do it there either. Like, it was something I could have every once in a while, but now if I go and I get a sandwich at, I don't get the veggie sandwich, because the veggie sandwich at Whole Foods is just weirdness. But they have a mozzarella or Greek, what's it called? A caprese sandwich. It is really good. So I'll get that. I like that. It's shake and bake and I helped. Let me text her. Come on, Tanya Jean. I got gifts from you from Surreal and everything. Okay. Let me get out of all of this. I swear to God, just for a second there, I thought I smelled egg salad. Isn't that so weird? I'm gonna put like a bunch of emojis. She'll be like, what's going on with you that you put all these emojis? I even put school buses. I put, I'm here with exclamation marks. 3 puppies, 3 dancing ladies, 2 birthday cakes, a pumpkin, heart face, pumpkin, lipstick, the lady doing this, the man doing that, the lady doing this, the man doing that, and 3 of these disco guys. Oh, 4 of these disco guys. And then 4 fall leaves. One of the things that Tanya and I have always done is, so we love country music, little unknown fact about me. But anyway, we'll listen to songs on the radio and then we'll like act out the words. So like if the song is like, your love was running towards me. We make up these like, and then we'll do it together, but we always like, here she comes. What is she doing? She's singing. I was just telling something funny about us.
Ooh, child.
Things are gonna get easier. Okay, here, I'll show you. Get in real quick. I want to show something.
Don't show me, though.
You could show part of you.
I'm
yes,
not.
You look cute. You got a cute sweatshirt on. Your hair looks nice. Just get in.
Oh, I'm tired of it.
Listen to her. Okay, so I was explaining how when we do a song, like if we're listening to a song on the radio, we'll like come up with like the motions to it, right? Okay, so how will we do, watch, this will be funny because we'll come up with something very, very similar, okay? Okay, we're gonna do ooh child, okay? And we're gonna do like act out the words, okay? Okay, you ready? Okay, here, you gotta be on it a little bit.
Oh, Peter.
Okay, you look cute, okay? 1, 2, ready. Ooh child, things are gonna get easier. This is what you do when you just don't know what ooh child, things are gonna get brighter.
Touch those brakes one more time.
Oh, that's the song you love. What's another one that we would do?
Rock me, mama, like a getting wheel.
We did have things to that though.
We were it back in the day.
Oh look, you got a card.
Oh my God, I've got a fan mail.
You did get a fan mail.
Should I open it?
Yeah, you should.
Is it safe?
Yeah, but open it. Sometimes people like to send that confetti stuff, so open it over the.
I will. I'll open it in a minute.
No, open it now. Because that's nice. Because they sent that to you.
Nice handwriting, Tanya Jean. You spelled my name right.
It's from Cherie.
Alright, so Cherie's
Cherie
nice.
Or Sherry.
Sherry, pretty baby. Ready for a wicked good time.
Oh, that's a cute. She's in this.
Oh, that is. I'm gonna cry.
Well, hold up what you got.
I got a face mask. And I have a cute emery board. That is beautiful. It says, hey, dog.
And I don't read them out loud because sometimes they're personal.
Oh, okay.
But just say.
Okay, I don't know the rules.
Well, show up the card. Show up the card because the card is so cute. No, over here. You gotta show the card, see?
One.
It says, ready for a wicked good time. Is it real private?
It's real cute. No, it's sweet. Thank you,
Aww.
Sherry.
Laughter.
It is Sherry.
I love
Sherry
that.
Lamont.
Sherry.
It's so weird. I was just
Sherry baby, Sherry. Sherry baby. She's like, it's Sherry. Look at a face mask.
I know.
Look at
I wanted to do one tonight. I was feeling icky.
Okay, well, let's turn this off. We're gonna go get a fountain and talk. So, all right.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So long, farewell. I'll be her. Say good night. Good night. Okay, I just left Tanya's, and I am now driving around vlogging. I actually got a water, not a fountain pop. She did too. And we drove around and we talked for a long time about stuff, just random stuff. She had started making a murder, but she's only like 4 or 5 episodes in, and I'm almost done with it. And I was like, you're not gonna finish it? She goes, I don't think I'm gonna finish it. And I was like, oh, can I tell you about it? She's like, yeah, tell me all about it. So I was telling her all about it, and I looked over and she had her eyes closed. She's like, just tell me more. I love season 2. I mean, I think it's so much better done than season 1. I think it's done so much better than season 1. I switched the words around. It's, for me, more interesting because it's more evidence-based. It's more about forensic evidence and going in and doing all the lab testing. And I really enjoy that kind of stuff. Like, I enjoy reading it in true crime novels. I enjoy listening to podcasts about it. Like My Favorite Murder, when they talk about that. So I really enjoy this season. One of the things that Tanya and I were talking about was, you know, the evidence in season 2 really makes you doubt or question who really did do the murder. And I was asking Tanya, I was like, you know, if this was your child, because the family is like at every court proceeding that they do, I said, would you, like, if you had any doubt in your mind, would you really want to know who did it? Or she said, I would absolutely want to know who did it. She said, if it was my daughter and this is like, if there was any doubt in my mind, I would absolutely want to know who did it. Like, I would want to make sure that we had the right person. I wouldn't just be convinced because of one case. So I think it's interesting, you know, but then we were talking about how hard that would be too, because you're so convinced in your head, you know, and you have to remember it's also a TV show. So, I mean, to some degree it's edited the way that they want us to see it, right? So, I mean, are we getting the whole truth? You don't know, you know what I mean? It's a TV show. But it's interesting to watch. It very much this time feels like an investigation unfolding as you watch. It feels more like The Keepers. If you watch The Keepers, this season feels more like that to me. You kind of see it unfold as it goes. And like I was talking about with that attorney, Kathleen Zellner, I mean, she's so smart. Like, I don't even understand how she figures some of this stuff out. Like timelines, and she recreates all of this stuff. It's just surreal. Like how I mean, some of it, I think if you were an attorney, it would probably be common sense to you, but the way that she thinks it through and like puts, I don't know, it's so interesting to me. So anyway, yeah. But then Tanya went inside and I was sitting in her driveway reading some of the comments, and so many of you said that, I think it's because I mentioned it last night. You're like, I don't comment very often, but I just want you to know I watch every single one of your video or your vlogs, and I love watching them. Thank you guys so much for those comments. That was so nice. And Cassie said that she watches every vlog or listens to every vlog, and she just wanted me to know that, and she never comments. So hey Cassie, thank you. I think I'm gonna start shouting people out on this channel a little bit more regularly. Also somebody that's really supportive on my vlog channel and shares stories and that I notice a lot. I'm just like pulling names out of my head, and this is somebody I've never talked about on here before, but it's You Now New, N-O-U. So I don't know who you are, but thank you. I notice your comments on a regular basis and always read them. And it's weird, I like sometimes actually visualize, like when I see the names and people comment and they'll say like, oh, I was doing this while I was watching, and I like I almost kind of like visualize you like doing, it's weird. I don't know, the YouTube thing is weird to me. I don't know, even after 2+ years that I really understand like what I do, if that makes sense. I mean, I obviously understand that I film videos and I post them and people watch them, I get that. But the idea to me that there's somebody out there that I've never met before that, and I think also like from like a negative point of view, I don't really understand. Like I've never really disliked or hated somebody that I didn't have any emotional attachment to. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I've had to have had some kind of like really personal emotional attachment, and I can say after a very long time of watching YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff, that there's a lot of people that I really enjoy their content, and maybe some people that like I don't really understand why they did something, or that, you know what I mean, there's something that comes into question, but not to the point of hatred. I mean, I don't understand that, but I think like one of the things for me that the whole interchange between, like, you know, of having like this conversation or dialogue where I say something and you guys comment on it, and I don't know, it's just very cool to me. Like I still, sometimes it's kind of surreal, and I don't know, it's just kind of surreal to me. But I like it. It's fun, you know. It's fun to like talk about something and then people have a response to it. And it doesn't have to always be like a positive response. You know, it can be like a discussion. I mean, I like having discussions with people. But so thank you guys for all your comments. I tried to go through, I've gone through on this last video that I posted today, I've gone through and read every comment and liked it, just so that I wanted to make sure that everybody saw that. Because like, I know I want you to know I read your comments. Like it's important for me that you guys know that your investment in my channels means a lot to me. And I try to say it pretty regularly on my videos, not just for anything other than I don't want to forget it. You know what I mean? I don't want to forget how much it means to me. I don't know. Alex texted me earlier, and then I haven't heard a whole lot from him, so he must be having a pretty good time. I was talking to Tanya about wanting to watch The Haunting of Hill House, and she was like, Steven Spielberg said it was the scariest thing he had ever seen, and I was like, Steven Spielberg said that? Okay, I'm ready to watch it. She's like, but you're gonna get yourself really scared and then you're gonna have to go home. I said, Tanya, I think that I can handle it, you know? I think I'll be just fine. She said people are like saying that they're like vomiting and stuff, they're so scared. Now, I don't know that I like that very much, but don't you think it kind of depends on what scares you too? Like, I mean, shark movies scare me, but like people that aren't scared of sharks, it wouldn't scare them. So it kind of depends on what's scary about it, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of something that I watched that was just absolutely terrifying to me. The movie The Collector was really scary when Alex and I watched that. The idea of the strangers, I think, is scary. More realistic things are scary to me. The more far-fetched they are, the less scary they are to me. Like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, they don't scare me at all. Like I could watch those, I could watch a marathon of those by myself in the middle of the night and never be scared. Like they just don't scare me at all. And I know people are probably like, well then why does the Michael Myers stuff scare you? Because I feel like even though obviously there's not a person out there that could just be so invincible that they just die and die and die over and over again. But I just feel like, I think there's, I don't know. I think there's kind of some real scariness out there, like people like that. I'll tell you though, what's interesting is like when I was reading I'll Be Gone in the Dark about the Golden State Killer, like when I was listening to that audiobook, there were moments that I was like sitting at a stoplight that I would be really scared, you know, or that I would, like sometimes like that true crime stuff, I think like Unsolved Mysteries or, you know, Dateline or 48 Hours, sometimes that stuff is scarier to me than like a scary movie, if that makes sense. Because it seems so forced in a scary movie. But I don't know, what scares you guys? Fears are interesting. I think they say a lot about us. Of course, I was messing with my camera. But I think fears are, you know, interesting. I think it's interesting when you look at like what you think is a scary movie, because, you know, for everybody it's different. You know, I mean, I think like Jaws is really scary because I'm terrified of sharks. But other people, you know, think that Halloween is the scariest movie, or, you know, it's an interesting question to like ask like in a group of people, like at a dinner party, and see what people say. I'd like to know what you guys think, actually. Put in the comment section below what you think the scariest movie you've ever seen is. I can guarantee you some of the answers will surprise you. Like, you know what's a movie that really scares me sometimes is, oh shoot, the one with Angie Dickinson when she's in an elevator. Like that kind of like following, stalking kind of stuff really scares me. Oh my God, I'll tell you a movie that is so scary to me, but you'd consider it a mystery, you wouldn't consider it a scary movie, is, oh shoot, it's with Meryl Streep, Still of the Night, and Roy Scheider, when she works for like Christie's auction house in New York City, and he's a psychiatrist, and they're like, have you seen this movie? If you've never seen this movie, it is so scary. And there's this one part when he's like walking through tunnels in Central Park, and it is one of the scariest scenes in any movie. I'll tell you another movie that I think is absolutely terrifying. 1 and 2. The second one that came out much later is very scary too. Is When a Stranger Calls. I don't even remember what the second, I think it's called When a Stranger Calls Back. But do you know what movie I'm talking about? When she's like babysitting, and she's like, have you checked the children? Like, she gets that call. I don't know why, and I know it's not just because of me like having, you know, watched that movie when I was a kid that it scares me. Like, I really do think that movie is terrifying. Have you checked the children? The second one is scary too, though. I remember seeing it, and there's like a part, like she goes in this office, or she goes in this apartment, and there's like a brick wall, like an exposed brick wall or something. I don't know if I remember this right, but like the killer is like painted into the wall or something, and he's like sitting in there waiting for her, and you don't even see it when it like scans past the first time. If you haven't seen the movie, I probably just ruined it for you. music and stuff is really scary too. Like, it was funny because I was watching it's on YouTube actually, the movie Halloween without the music. Like, you can watch like parts of it and they're like, it's not scary. It's still scary to me. It's still scary to me, but it's not as scary as with the music, you know. I had this like little funny Halloween video that I wanted to do on my Instagram thing, but I need to go buy something to do it, and I guess I could go to Meijer after I finish vlogging, but I keep on forgetting to get it when I'm at, they would have had it at Walmart too, but I keep on forgetting to get it. Is that my phone going on? Starting to get hungry. Isn't that weird? Do any of you eat while you watch my videos or watch my vlogs? I used to get like people would send me pictures of them watching my vlog while they were eating dinner, and I loved that. Who the two guys are. Don't remember the couple that used to watch my vlog and they would eat dinner and they sent me pictures and stuff. I thought that was so sweet. I'll tell you what scares me. Farmhouses out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why, but man, I always think of what's that Truman Capote book that they made into a movie? Oh shoot. People are like, I love when I ask a question and I know that you guys are saying it out there. What is that book called? I can see the cover of it. And it was a movie too. It was like a true story. It's like 4 words, like a crime, something, something. What is it called? Truman Capote. Cold. Something cold. I know, you guys, I can't believe I can't remember it. I'm gonna pull into this strip mall in a second, I'll look it up. Drives me crazy when I'm sitting here talking about stuff and I can't remember it. Cold-blooded, that's not it. Cold. What is it called? What? I feel like you guys, honestly, like I'm starting to lose my mind getting older. I can't remember stuff. Wiggle your toes, Peter, and it sets off neurons. Supposedly if you wiggle your toes, it sets off neurons in your brain and you can remember things. I should have wiggled my toes when I was taking my SATs and stuff. Oh my God. God, I can see it. What is it called? It was like one of my mom's favorite books. She's like shouting it down from heaven right now. Well, shout a little louder, Mom, because I can't remember. He was the first one that ever did that kind of book that was like Joseph Wambaugh does them too, where it was like, I think Joseph Wambaugh did The Killing Fields, where they do like a true story, but they like turn it into like a story, like you read it like that. And Truman Capote with whatever this book is that I can't remember, that's so famous, it's one of the most famous books in the entire world. Do you know that Truman Capote and Harper Lee well, he was Dill in To Kill a Mockingbird. I don't know if you know that, but so she modeled Dill after I was gonna say A Time to Kill, but that's John Grisham. She modeled Dill after Truman Capote. And they were like lifelong friends. There's actually a movie called Capote, I think. I don't know that I ever saw it. I remember seeing parts of it. And Sandra Bullock played Harper Lee in it. But actually, Truman Capote was very upset that Harper Lee's, because she came to New York, I think I can't remember, did I see this? I think it was in the documentary Hey Boo. There's a documentary called Hey Boo about Harper Lee and it's fantastic. And she like came there to help him write or be like his assistant, and he would introduce her to parties, to people and stuff. And I think that's actually how she got like a publisher or whatever. I could be completely wrong about this. I don't really remember, but it had something, they showed this dinner party thing like she was at, and you know, she was very just quiet and demure and whatever. And so when her book became like the great American novel, he like really struggled with that. In cold blood, and I haven't even looked it up yet. See, there's my... I knew as soon as I pulled out the Google, it would come to my mind. Or maybe it was those, oh, wow. Should we read since I'm stopped anyway, should we read a comment on my vlog? I think so. Oh, Mrs. Cotton Candy, darling life. Thank you so much. She liked the vintage clothing store and the talk about family. Someone else take. I was thinking it's something that's wrong, but don't get me wrong, I love it. Corey votes for the review of movies or TV series on Netflix or Hulu. Thank you. And Joe Harris gave 3 blue hearts. I think the family stuff is so hard, you know? It's like, I don't know. I think, like, honestly, most of us have this idealistic view of what we want our relationships with families to be. And the thing is that I think we all just want good family relationships, honestly. Like, you know, I think often what happens is we compare our family relationships to other people's family relationships. You know, like, well, she and her mom do this. Like, I used to do that with my cousin all the time. You know, my cousin and my aunt they did so much stuff together. And my mom, she just was difficult with some of that stuff. You know, like, she'd get very nervous, or, you know, she just would have her own agenda and she wouldn't want to go do things. Or, you know, she'd be like, oh, honey, not today. And, like, we would never just go to lunch and then go shopping. Like, that would never have been something that my mom and I would have ever done. And, but then, like, you know, Caroline said to me later, she said, but I never got to have the relationship you got to have with your mom. Don't turn off, okay. Which was, you know, she said, you know, you would sit there for hours and have conversations with her and drink coffee, and you really knew your mom. Like, you know, like, I only saw this certain level of my relationship, or of my mom. So I guess it's a trade-off, you know, but we always want to compare. You know, I did this Peterisms video about this, that, you know, we always lose by comparison. That if we're comparing ourselves to somebody else's life, we're going to lose, you know? Because we can't possibly compare ourselves to what somebody else has, because it's always going to look better. You know, it's the grass is always greener on the other side. But I think most of us, I don't think we have unrealistic ideas of what we want, or ideals of what we want as far as family relationships. I think most of us have pretty realistic dreams of what that family relationship would look like. You know, I wish we could all just sit together at Christmas and not argue. Or, you know, I wish I got to see my son or daughter more often. Or, you know, I wish my kids wouldn't fight, you know, and they were closer as siblings. Or I wish I was closer with my sister, you know. I think, like, most people have pretty realistic goals or dreams of what they want with family members. And I think that often what happens is, at least this is what I've witnessed with friends of mine, you know, and even my own family, is that when you want to talk about baggage, okay, like when you get into a relationship with somebody and you go, I brought baggage in, they brought baggage in, okay? Well, imagine getting into a relationship with somebody where you have the exact same baggage. Now, I'm not talking about like you have attachment issues, you have attachment issues. I'm not talking about, you know, getting into a relationship with somebody where, they have trust issues and you have trust issues. I'm talking about getting into a relationship with somebody, okay? Now let's take the romance out of it. And you have a trust issue and they have trust issues. And why do you both have trust issues? Because, you know, your parents were divorced when you were young, and, you know, one of your parents said that they would always be there and that they were always gone, and, you know, they were, you know what I mean? Like, so both of you have these trust issues based on a shared relationship, a shared experience. And I see this happen a lot, you know, where it's like, it's what happened in between. And so I think for people to shed that, it's hard, you know, which I think is why, like, my cousin and I, we've never had a difficult time having a relationship, because we don't really share the same stuff. Like, the issues that she had with her mom, I didn't have, because she was my aunt. And so I had a completely different relationship with her, you know? The issues that I've had with my mom, she didn't have, because she was her niece. And so she had a completely different relationship with her, if that makes sense, you know? And Caroline and I have never had any issues with each other. First of all, we went to 2 different schools. We were 3 years apart. Our friend group was completely different. We never had any common friends. So, like, there's never been any overlap, if that makes sense. So Caroline and I think that's why we get along so well. It's just so easy, you know? But, like, with Alex and Carlos, like, they get along so well now, but there was a time period where they didn't, and it was like when they were in high school. Well, you know, there was some animosity there about certain things. You know, Alex had a lot of responsibilities that Carlos didn't, and, you know, but Carlos he felt like a lot of, you know, his mom had a lot of expectations for him that she didn't have for Alex, and so there was a lot of shared, I think, pain there, you know, that instead of, you know, celebrating together, which they do now, and they can celebrate all of that and look at it and go, yeah, but look at who it made us into today. At that time, I think it pulled them apart. And I think that's what I see a lot, you know? It's like, I think even with parents and children, like when I, you know, like my cousin and my aunt worked together, and I think that was probably, I mean, they were very successful business-wise together, but I think that it was one of the things that tore them apart too. You know what I mean? I was messing with the stupid camera again. But no, like, I've had a lot of friends of mine that, you know, had family business or work for family businesses, and there's, I think, animosity and stuff there. You know, like, it's interesting, like with Tanya, like, I don't see it with Tanya and like she and her husband, like, I don't see that at all. But other than Tanya and her husband, she doesn't have any other family members that work. Oh, I'm out of this stuff. Well, I've got cheap bottles at home. I don't see, there's no other family members that work there right now. Nick, her son, when he comes home, sometimes will work for her for a couple days, and that, I mean, he's great there. And she's had family members that worked there before, but I've also seen, you know, where it's a whole family. It's like 6 or 8 people that work for a family business, and it's like, so you work together, and then you play together, and then you know, break bread together, and then you celebrate holidays together. That's a lot, you know? Do you remember when you were a kid, and you would, like, have that one best friend that you played with as a little kid, and, like, you guys would, let's say, you know, you'd sleep over at their house one night, they'd sleep over at your house another night, and then on the 3rd day you guys would start fighting about something, and your mom would say, or their mom would say, you know, I think you guys need a break from each other for a while, and you'd be like, no, we don't want a break, you know what I mean? But, like, in reality, you needed a break from each other because you were spending too much time with each other. I think we forget that as adults. I really do, you know? I think it's good for our partners and siblings and even friends to not spend every second of every moment with each other, you know? Like, I think it's important to take some breaks from each other. I don't think we do that enough, you know? I think I don't know, I just you know, when Alex and I first got together, we were inseparable because of both of us coming into this relationship with some of those issues, you know? And now it's like I like to sit at home and, you know, watch Netflix series, and he likes to, you know, go out to a birthday party, and he can have fun doing that. And then tomorrow at brunch, you know, I can tell him about what I was watching, and he can tell me about this, you know, and who he saw out, and, you know, we can share that life with each other, and also, like, you know, go out, but then we can have the nights where we do stuff together, like last night, you know, or, you know, going to Halloween together at Melissa's, or, you know, just dinners and brunches and family time. And so I think it's a mix of all of it. I think it's kind of trying your best. You're never going to find a perfect balance. You just aren't, you know? But I think it's trying to find kind of a mix, somewhat of a balance in there, if that makes sense, of spending time with those people in your life that you love. I mean, you don't want to be with them all the time. It would drive you crazy. I like my alone time, you know? Sometimes it's a bit much. Sometimes I feel lonely. But I've learned that when I'm lonely, to pick up the phone and call somebody and ask them if they want to do something. I think there was a period where I started becoming a little bit like my mom. Like, my mom wouldn't do that. You know, she would just say, I'm so lonely, and all I do is go to meetings and whatever. And I'd say, you know, whatever. You know, often Alex comes home. Well, you guys know this because I vlog about it every day. You know, he'll come home and eat dinner and watch a TV show, and then he's ready for bed. And so it's like, you know, my interaction with him has been literally less than 2 hours for the whole day. And so it's hard sometimes, you know? But I think recently, though, we've done a better job about planning stuff and doing stuff together, and you know, making sure that we do a dinner a week or two, you know, and watch a TV show. Like right now we've got American Horror Story, and then we sit there and, you know, have our, I don't even know how to say this on this vlog, but intimacy is important, you know, all kinds of intimacy. And I've talked about the, you know, the 10 points of intimacy before, but physical intimacy is important. You know, I think it ties people together, and, but the rest of it is important too, you know, and having open conversations about things. And, it's like Alex and I, our arguments are so weird anymore. Like, first of all, we don't really argue very often. We just don't. And I think part of it is, you know, having been in counseling for so long, I feel like this vlog is just shifting from all over the places, but, you know, we've been in counseling so long now that I think the things that we used to argue about that we thought were important, we don't really think are important to argue about anymore. I don't know, like, that's a huge benefit that's happened as a result of it. But, we got into a little bit of an argument the other day. I can't even remember what it was about. It was so silly. Like, and this is the thing, and this is why we don't. But, like, immediately, I looked at him and I said, I don't want to argue with you about this. It's just, I had, like, brought it up. And what was it? I can't even remember what it was now. Oh, it was something with the feeding of the dogs. Because now what Alex is doing is, he is, like, cooking all of the food. This is how stupid the argument is, okay? If you're married out there, or you're in a long-term relationship, or probably even a short-term relationship, or you've ever been in one, you'll totally relate to what I'm about to say. So, he had just got done cooking all this food. Okay, now what he does is he goes in and he does it like in that crock pot thing, and he cooks like all these meals. So, he had just got done doing it, and I said to him something to the effect of, I think that we need to start making more of it, because the dogs are really hungry, and I'm now, you know, feeding them twice a day and stuff. So, and he had made twice as much, but I didn't know that because I hadn't gone downstairs to look at the fridge, right? And so he just kind of gave me this look. So anyway, we started kind of getting into it a little bit. And then I looked at him and I go, I don't want to argue about this with you. I don't want to argue with you about this. It's just, to be honest with you, this just isn't that important to me to argue. I mean, you know what I mean? And he goes, me neither. And he goes, I'm kind of like sorry that we even let it get to where it got to. That never would have happened 5 years ago. Never would that have happened 5 years ago. It would have been very much us trying to prove which one's right and whatever. And you know, when your goal in life is to hold so, you know, I say this on here, and every time I say it, it's like 8 out of 10 people are like, yes, I love that. And there's always 2 people that are like, no, I don't buy that. Try it and you'll see what I mean. But it's like every sponsor I've ever had that has always said to me, like, would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? You know, when you stop having to be right all the time, because I don't know about you, but a lot of times in the moment I feel right, but in retrospect I know I wasn't, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I'll look back over an argument that like I had with Alex or something, and then like in retrospect I'm like, I mean, I could kind of see both sides of it, you know what I mean? Like, do you ever do that, like where you're like, yeah, now I need, you know, to apologize and make amends, and which is what's, you know, so awesome about being in recovery, because it gives me, well, I mean, I'm being in recovery to do that, but it, you know, gives you opportunities for that and stuff. But I don't know, I just think that when we stop holding on to this idea of being right and being, you know, so confident in this, well, I know and I'm right and whatever, you know, like that has never really gotten me anywhere in life. It just really hasn't. I mean, and I'm not talking over, you know, serious stuff. I'm talking over like arguments with friends or family members or, you know, my husband or, you know, whatever. It just isn't important to me, you know. But I forget that at times. So I have to remind myself, would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? And that's why I'm so happy. Because the ultimate thing is I'd rather be happy. I don't know about you, but I don't really need to go out on my deathbed and be like, I was so right. I'm so glad that all my life I was so right. I didn't have anybody in my life, but I was right. I was always right. I proved my point always. No, I don't. That's not important to me. I want to be happy. Oh my God, my battery is flashing, which means it's going to die, and I even charged it and everything today. But it's important for me to be happy. I want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? You know, people have been asking me lately because I've been talking more about my affirmations. They're like, what are your affirmations? What are your affirmations? Try this, okay? One of my affirmations every morning is, today is going to be a good day. I'm going to be happy all day long. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have, you know, fun times with people in my life today. And I affirm those things. I like give that energy to the positive, you know? And saying that I'm going to be happy all day doesn't mean that I'm going to be happy all day. It just means that that's my goal that I'm working towards. I want to be happy, you know? I want to laugh. I want to have a good time, you know? I want to put positivity out there in the world and kindness, and, you know, I want to grow as a person, and that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm enjoying life, you know? And I'm happy. I really am, you know, today I'm happy. So, all right, you guys, the battery's gonna die, and I never know how much time I have left. So I'm gonna get off here because it usually cuts off about 1 minute to 5 minutes after that. And I didn't see it flashing. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. It is almost Halloween. I'm so excited. And I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I love you, and I will see you later. Bye.